shit. The question.
The question?
When it's like when you have to put in the date, when I put in the date and like the episode, I forget every time that that's going to happen.
Yeah, every time
The
we do this,
question?
it's like brand new
When it's like
stuff.
when you have to put in, okay, now I'm right here myself. All right, we are live. My hair is, sorry for those watching right now, me scratch my head like I don't have lice. I mean, I could, I guess. Am I slow?
Are you slow?
Yeah. I thought I was like frozen for a second now.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let's start. Hey, y'all, it's Rachel.
And Eddie,
And welcome to my so-called mess.
we're
Eddie,
just we're just talking about how we don't remember anything from the previous recording, and
oh, it's always a shock.
it
Always a
just
shock.
it hits you all in the moment. You're like, oh yeah, and Eddie.
Yeah. Because when we go to YouTube, every time I put in the date and I'm like, oh my God, what's the date? Do I know what date it is? Do I know
It's
what
like
date
we
it is?
it's like we fall asleep after we record, and then we wake up right before we record next time.
Pretty much. Pretty much. But we're getting there. I mean, I'm actually recording. I hit the button. Proud of myself.
I know it's pretty amazing that we even do this podcast.
I know, I agree. I agree. And for since this has been going since pre-COVID,
Yeah. I
right?
was watching I've been wa rewatching 30 Rock. Did you ever watch that
Yeah.
show?
A little bit.
Um yeah, I guess I kind of like show I always talk about how I don't like shows about the industry, but I like this show. It's about the industry. But there was a joke on it that involved a character like putting a spoon in her mouth and then putting it into somebody else's mouth. And I was like,
Mm.
oh, like COVID really changed me. And like that show was pre-COVID. So
Oh my God, could you imagine if someone did that to you?
no, nobody should ever do that. And I feel like it's not even something to joke about anymore.
No, what like I even pre-COVID, I would have been totally disgusted by that. But now, yeah. Still, I don't know, like, because I haven't been in a lot of kids' parties. Do kids still blow out their birthday candles?
There was a while where they wouldn't blow out their birthday candles. They would like fan them out. And then there was a while where the kid who had the party would get a special cupcake that they would
Mm,
then blow that candle out on so that, they could still blow it out and get the wish and then spit all over their cake. But now, no, this is Trump's
oh
America. We're headed back to bobbing for apples. Like we're blowing out candles. We're
my God, bobbing for Apple.
we're doing we're like we're
We're just
sharing
football
pipes.
everywhere.
We're uh you
Piping
know.
still sharing. Oh,
No, I remember during the pandemic I went out, which was a big deal. And then somebody was like passing around a joint and I was like, "Whoa." Like not for
oh,
the reasons of like, "Oh, drugs are crazy." It was like
no, like,
everybody's
sure.
mouth is on this.
That is really gross if you think about it. All those things. I don't like sharing. I mean, we're taught to share everything when we're little. I think that's bad behavior to teach. I mean, not to be mean about things, but like I shouldn't have to share my spoon with you
Ooh, yeah. No. No, 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 no. Don't share spoons.
or cake, even my food. Like, don't touch my food. Yeah, I don't know what I would do, but
I don't even are you when you're in a couple, do you share meals? Like like eat off of each other's plates?
okay, no, because I don't like anybody touching my plate. If I will share food, this is how I share food. First of all, if they're going to share food with me, it has to be before they start eating it because,
Hmm.
or like a very clean area because I understand their mouth's been on me, they've been in me, like cool, 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 but we haven't touched food and that's a whole different story.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like kissing, sucking, all
Yeah,
that is
cool, cool.
like That's great, but like
Don't touch my fork.
your plate is over there. You got
Yep.
your own like equipment. You deal with all your stuff over there. I got my side of the table.
And I like it to be, if they're going to cut a piece of like, oh, I want you to try this. Okay, they can cut a piece of it and put it on like a side plate for me. It shouldn't go on my plate because it doesn't mix with the food I'm already eating. I
Yeah,
want
yeah.
it's, but also like it should be a clean fork, which I guess again doesn't really make sense because but yeah, I don't,
No, no, I'm with you. I got some weird food stuff. And I think pandemic just unlocked all that for me, where I'm like, oh, you know what? I am allowed to express this. We
it
were
made it
all
like,
kind of thinking it.
well, it made it like more normalized because no one was like, you're so weird for doing that. Like just there when they'd go to stick the fork in my plate and be like, I want to try that. And then it became like normal not to do that. And then suddenly, yeah, again, we're going back to the sharing everything. People are just like willy-nilly sticking forks on plates.
Oh, you gotta try this. And then they send their fork over with a bit of food on it.
And then I put it on the plate. Now, okay. Now I say all that. However, here's where I go a little um sidestep on my sidestep. I don't know.
Hey, bro.
My good stuff. If you have tater tots,
Yeah.
I will take tater tots from your plate. I'm not talking shared tater tots. I'm talking like on your own plate, on the other person's plate. I will steal a fry. I will steal a tater tot. No problem.
Potatoes. Yeah, potatoes get they get a pass.
You do. Now,
Not
mashed
mashed
potatoes.
potatoes. Yeah, and we have some of those.
No, if you happen to have, now here's where mashed potatoes can work. If you happen to be a very carb heavy eater and your
I
tots are
am,
tater
yeah.
tots and mashed potatoes, before you start sticking your spoon in the mashed potatoes, I will take a tater tot and dip it in your mashed potatoes. But it has to be before you started playing around and mix. Because here's the other thing. Not all, here's where it happens. Not only has the fork been in your mouth or the spoon and your saliva and like chewiness, but it's been mixed with other foods at that point. I think that's really my big problem. It's touched other foods. It's mixed in your mouth with started digesting in your mouth already.
Yeah. No, we when I was in middle school, we had one of those abstinence play, like the people who go on stage and they get you to sign a pledge to.
You should be a pure to sign the purity. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, that's that's all in line with what I'm talking about. But they made somebody chew up an Oreo and then spit it into a glass and then gave it to somebody else and they're like, now drink it. That's what making out is. And I couldn't suspend my disbelief. I was like, no, that's what like making out with an Oreo in your mouth
I
would be
know.
like.
That's what baby birding is.
When the kids were very little, Meg would baby bird nuts into their mouth, and I thought it was disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
But kids don't have the same boundaries that adults do, so
Yeah.
they're just sticking their entire hand into your mouth, and you're like, what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah. I, this is not the same as baby birding. There's me think of it. My sister wouldn't buy pre-opened pistachios, like she'd buy them in the shell, but
Hmm.
then take the entire bag and unshell them to put them in a bowl and take off some of the outside so the kids wouldn't get too much of that like layer of, the outside part.
That is that is insane. I feel like we all do insane stuff as parents, but that just exemplifies like the type of stuff you do when you have your first kid that you never do again.
And I'm wondering if she did that at probably by her six kids, she was just throwing pistachios at them. I can chomp on that.
Yeah, like if you can't open a pistachio, you're gonna have a rough time in life. That's where I'm at. My kid complains about it every time, and she's buy the pistachios without the shell, and it's like they're $10 more expensive. I'm not going
Also,
to do that.
they don't taste the same. They've been out of the shell too long. They lose their pistachio-ness.
Wow, hot take.
Yeah, I'm very like another hill I will die on.
I'll put her on the phone with you next time she complains. Like I've got an expert here.
I am pistachios are my favorite things. Also, I love when every once in a while. Well, there's two things. And now, if you happen to buy a bag of, that are still shelled and you get the unshelled pistachio in the bag, that's different. Because that was a happy accident. You can't just have a bag of unshelled pistachios just all floating around together. It's kind of like sharing food. They're protected. The pistachio nuts are protected. But every once in a while, when you get a pistachio shell that doesn't have the little crack in it and you have to crack it yourself, and it's so rewarding.
No, I know what you're talking about. They're they're so pistachios are so good.
The what?
Pistachios are so good. Like
They are.
they have those little reward things. They taste really like they have a real filling flavor and
Yep,
I don't know,
they're
it's
wonderful.
quite an experience to eat pistachios. I have to ask though, are we doing snack podcast again? Is
Oh,
it's
now
not even noon. Yeah.
I have one question. I mean, we're getting off the snacks. Do you remember red pistachios?
Oh. Yeah, that was a thing for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like,
We
do you
weren't
remember
allowed to have them on.
the Gangnam Style guy was like advertising for pistachios? Like they did a Super Bowl ad.
Oh, right.
Pistachios did.
I forgot about the Gangnam Style. I don't even remember how that song went, except that's all you heard everywhere.
Oh my God, my cat keeps clawing at my headphone.
You were talking about a show you're rewatching. You know what I just started rewatching? Or I finished. I didn't to start. Have you ever watched
Mm.
Nurse Jackie?
Nurse Jack, I've seen an episode of that.
Love it. So good.
The Nurse Jackie herself is Edie Falco.
Yes.
Love Edie Falco.
Wonderful. It's such a good show. And the other nurse on there, the like kooky nurse. Oh my God, they're all just so good. I love that show. Um, I just started this morning. I did just start watching something new. So Mary,
Hold on, what's the premise of Nurse Jackie?
she's an addict and the shit she'll do for like pills, but then it's all about her relationships with other people and the other characters. It's a good like it's good, but she's fucked up.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like the facade, the
Like
facade of like competence and then
so she's like
you look behind it and it's like, ooh.
she's like this amazing nurse and like one time she like stole shoes from this asshole patient and they gave them to like a homeless guy like she does like or like she'll steal stuff for somebody else sometimes like drugs and stuff but yeah she's a wonderful nurse but she's very flawed and she does
I might put that on my queue. I think I like that. I
I
think I
think
like that genre. I don't like medical shows that much, but
it's not a lot of like you'll see little medical things, you know what I mean? But it's not like the pit where I
mhm.
tried to watch and you see someone's like heart hopping out of them and like bones coming in. No, it's not the main focus. Like it'll be a little bit, but it's more about them as people.
I was oh, you were going to tell me about another show, but I'm also rewatching Larry Sanders Show, which is
Mm.
so similar to 30 Rock. It's like it's silly. Like I watch Larry Sanders Show and I'm like, "Oh, I wish I was watching 30 Rock." And then I go watch 30 Rock. But anyway, there's this one episode that has a character from Chicago Hope and a character from ER on it.
Hmm.
And the joke was that they were supposed to do a skit where they're arguing about which show is better. But then, like, Mandy Patinkin was on Chicago Hope, I
Yes.
guess. So this was Mandy Patinkin, and he's like, seriously, Chicago Hope, like, we deal with real stuff. And was like, they couldn't do a skit about it because he was so heated that, like, ER was just this, like, horny, like, sex show, and
That,
Chicago Hope was, like,
yeah,
a real deal.
that's funny. I love Mandy Patinkin. Um, yes. So I started watching a new show this morning. Well, it's not really a new show. It's a new season.
Hmm.
Married at First Sight.
Oh wow, they're
It's
doing more of that.
Yeah, so it used to be on Lifetime and it
Hmm.
moved to Peacock. Peacock has the best shows because that's where all the Bravo shows are.
Ooh.
And it's in Austin. It's in Austin this season. So it just started.
Oh wow, that's where you are. That's cool.
It
Have
is,
you so they've already filmed it though, right?
yeah, now I'm like, I know, yeah. And there's a mother-daughter on the show.
Oh, I love that.
They both get married. at
No
first.
way.
Yeah.
Do they get married to a father-son
And it wouldn't have
combo?
been great. It would have been even better if like the mom got married to the son.
You should write for TV, honestly.
I've
I
been
feel
told
like
that before.
you should write for reality TV. I feel like you've got a good grasp on like scenarios that are mildly believable.
Yes. Do you know that I wanted to be a writer when I was younger?
Yeah, yeah, we've talked about it. I think you
Yep.
went to school for TV writing or
I was
something.
mass communication, but I was working on writing stuff when I was like first thinking about college, and I was looking at the Iowa School of Writing, but I didn't think I could get in because I don't have the best grammar like when I'm writing sometimes, like I'm not.
Have you ever written a blog?
No, I should start. My problem is I think faster than I can write, and I can't
Yeah.
type. I need to just do it like audibly.
Yeah, no, I'm jumping the gun here. I've never seen anything you've written, so maybe you're a terrible writer, like you
I'm a great
say.
writer. You know who told me I was
I
a
don't
great
believe
writer?
it. Show me. Show me
Uh,
the proof.
Hal Hartley told me I had a great idea for a screenplay. He's a
And
director.
you wrote a treatment.
I told him about it. So
Well,
here's
that's different than writing.
shut up. Here's the story. I might have told my Hal Hartley story before, but Hal Hartley was an independent director. He wrote The Unbelievable Truth, Simple Men. Um, he had a lot of Parker Posey in his movies, like that time when Parker Posey was in all
Oh
these.
yeah, she's still Bay.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. So it was really late at night in New York. Hal Hartley was not one of those direct. Adrienne Shelley, who was one of my favorite actresses who was murdered, she was in some of his stuff. Um, I saw her speak about him. It was amazing, but I never knew what Hal Hartley looked like. This wasn't like when people were plastered this wasn't like when paparazzi wasn't a big deal all over the place, right? So I'm at this little dive bar in New York. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm making up to 4 o'clock in the morning, but it was late. And I'm sitting at the bar talking to this guy, blah, 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 telling him about, he was asking, I was talking about, we started talking about movies. I might have told this right. And I told him my idea that I've been working on. He loved my idea. Do I know what my idea was? Absolutely not. But it was a really like, it could have, like, thinking what I do remember, it would have been a good premise for a reality show. That was actually like a treatment plan I was working on. And he was asking me about my favorite, like what directors I like or what movies or what my favorite movies. We started talking like, oh my God, my favorite director, Hal Hartley. And he was a small director. No, he wasn't like a big like Hollywood director, right? You had to be like a film geek to like really like know his like full array of films. And we're talking and we're talking. Guess who I was talking to the whole time?
I guess you were talking to Hal Hartley.
There was.
That is that is so funny for so many reasons because it's like if like most people would know what their favorite director looks like, you know? And so for you to say that and then continue talking without being like, I'm Hal Hartley, right? It just makes you seem like the biggest fangirl in the world, you know? Like,
He was like, he didn't tell me at first. But again, this was like a long time ago. This was back in the early day. Like you just didn't see their pictures all over the place.
did you verify it? Like, did you then look up a picture?
I can't remember. It was like as I said, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. You're like, is this even a true story anymore? I don't know, but this is,
Yeah, no, the longer it gets from the story, it's like, what?
but this is a core memory of mine.
I think like back then though, back in the olden days,
Uh-huh.
before smartphones, it wasn't like you look stuff up. You just kind of you could tell those stories and
Does he look like a little guy? Like he looked like a little like hipsterish, like maybe this was pre-hipster, but like, New
mm,
York,
yeah.
Philly bar guy who sits in a bar all night guy.
Everybody in New York looks like they're a filmmaker. Everybody
Right?
worth talking to in New
Exactly.
York.
And he's not like he was this little guy. Yeah, I don't even know what happened. I don't know where he is anymore. I don't think he's made anything in a while. Um, but yeah, that was always one of my favorite stories. Now, again, This is a story that I have told for years and years and years and years. Do I have an actual memory of this happening? No.
No, I listened to a podcast about like memory, and when you tell a story for the first time, so something happens to you and then you retell the story. This podcast was arguing that the first time you tell it, it's the truest
Mm.
representation of the actual event. And then from then on, you are modifying the story based on people's reactions to the story.
Mm.
And eventually you'll get like a polished version of that story, but it might not necessarily be the truest expression of the actual events or the actual feelings that you had during the event. And I think about that often because I think about I really try hard not to retell stories. And maybe it's because of this podcast, but or it's because of I Heart Huckabees. Do you remember that movie?
Mhm.
Where he tells the Shania story over and over. And I just always thought, oh, I know people like that who just have that one story that they tell all the time. And oh, I don't want to become that. And so I've been very like I recognize that every story has kind of a time frame. And it's like, okay, well, this might be my last time
Yeah.
telling this story.
I think
Maybe
that's
it's why I podcast, right? Like we record it, I put it out of my mind.
I also I know we've talked about this before. I have no visual memory,
Hmm.
visual like whatever, you know. So like even now, like when I try and retell or think about a story from like the past, I don't have any visual thing in my brain to go back to.
Yeah, yeah. Just the oral tradition.
Mhm. I like the oral traditions.
Oh man, that sounded like dirty when I said it, but maybe it's just the context of we're always looking for a dirty title for our
Yeah,
podcast.
I love an oral tradition.
Yeah.
But I do like I loved fables. Did you like
Yeah,
fables?
like it's yeah, no, I love fables. The idea of like the Homer epics are crazy. Like they're just stories that storytellers would listen to and then try to like recite verbatim for hundreds
Yeah.
of years. I think that's so romantic in a way.
Now, did when you were in school, did they make you memorize things to have to recite? I don't remember ever doing that.
We had to memorize a few things like the the what is it? The Gettysburg Address or um I remember specifically the what's the poem and it's like two roads diverged in an ancient wood. It's like boy, I remember the poem. I don't know what it's called.
No, that was pretty.
The road less traveled.
Um,
So there are specific things that they required me to memorize, and it's still in there.
I don't think I had to remember it now, but now that you say poem, I kind of have a memory of memorizing a poem in Spanish.
A Spanish poem?
Hmm.
Wow, I've got no Spanish poems up here.
It was a really good poem. That's all I got. I just got back. Well, not really just. I use the word just. For years I've been saying I want to stop using the word just
Hmm.
because like I'm like, oh, I just have one more thing to do. Oh, it's just a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Like it just like, or if I had just done more, it just like makes things seem, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've thought about that. Like.
Yeah. So just I'm trying to get rid of like I just didn't do enough. No, you did plenty, whatever. So anyway, but I
Quite.
didn't
Use
actually
quite.
just get back because I've been home since Monday. But I was in Grapevine on Sunday to Monday.
Doing the grapevine.
Hmm.
I don't know how to do the grapevine.
Isn't the Grapevine the crisscross thing with your
With
feet?
your hands?
No, with your feet. Like you're going like across your grapevining. Like when you're doing jazzercise or like
Oh, I don't know. Let
I
me
think
look it
so.
up.
I think so. I think it's your feet. And because they go now grapevine, like in like aerobics and
Oh
stuff.
my God. The top like 10 results are just TikToks of white ladies grapevining, like old white ladies.
So I was in Grapevine for well, I had an interview outside of Grapevine on Monday, and then I ended up having a breakfast meeting at Grapevine too.
Wow.
Yeah. I found this apartment. Let me preface this by saying I have no animals.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna suggest you get a cat.
Okay. So I have no animals right now. I'm not going to get a cat while I'm living here. Um, but I have no animals. I haven't for a long time since my mom died, which has been a long time now.
But
Uh,
you like animals.
I love, 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 love animals. And like I will always, but my last cat died jumping into my arms right when my mom was dying. That was like terrible. And dog that I won't have to walk them in the middle of the night, but I love like I will go and take my dog's friends, no, my friends' dogs for like a weekend or something or a couple nights back when I lived in Athens. But I love animals. I love animals so very much. So I found this apartment complex. It's called the number one pet friendly apartment in the country.
Oh, that's scary.
They have an indoor and an outdoor dog park on the premises. They have an
Wow.
indoor dog park. They also have like, a doggy washing station. They have a doggy daycare on site
No way.
and they have a van that will come pick up your pets if you can't get there and drop them back off at your apartment.
Dude, man, Texas loves dogs.
And they have a foster program.
Where you can like try a dog out.
You can through like one of the foster agencies nearby, you can foster a dog for a while.
And when you foster them, do they like pay for stuff or do you
Yeah.
just,
No, they pay for stuff.
wow,
They're trying to get it adopted, but they live in a safe home instead of like in a,
that's
in
amazing.
I know. So I've decided, and they have a really nice, they have a CrossFit style gym that looked really nice. And
That sounds cool. Like,
and a beer and wine, free beer and wine. A lot of the places recently that I looked at have like, and like here I have like free coffee. A lot of the
mhm.
places that I've looked at over there, they have free coffee and then like a beer and wine bar.
You don't drink beer or wine, do you?
Not really. Sometimes I drink wine, but I like to know it's there.
It does seem like a thing that you could invite people to.
All right, come on over. I mean, it
I
might be the
remember
grossest shit in the world.
we were staying at Homewood Suites for a while when we were traveling, and um, like we were staying exclusively at them because they had like amenities for that were good for little kids, I guess. I don't know, for like infants. But then we found out that they have like regular beer and wine nights. Like
Oh, there's another hotel that does happy hour every day. Which is the one that does happy hour every night? So fun.
I think that was just like free beer and wine. It was
That's what
weird.
this happy hour one does. They do free beer and wine for all their and they had liquor.
And I went to it once or twice. I think twice because it was such a novelty.
Yeah,
And then I realized I don't want to hang out with
hotel guests.
hotel guests. Yeah.
No, me either. But
But I could see hanging out with like apartment guests. That's a little,
they do like pup centric nights, like they do because they have an outdoor theater, I think too. So they do like a movie night with dogs, and they do these other events, and it just look like so amazing. I'm like, okay, I don't have an animal, but suddenly I feel like I have to live there.
I told you about the airport when we flew in for that wedding a couple years ago, or it was last year. Um, the Austin airport has like a full-on dog bathroom.
Yeah,
Like they have human boys bathroom, human girls bathroom, and then genderless dog bathroom. And
it's a
it's
pretty,
three bathrooms next to each other.
yeah, this is a very dog. But anyway, but yeah, this isn't great. But oh my God. And I drove into Grapevine and it just felt like, sometimes I like you can romanticize somewhere. I'm like, oh, this place, and I'm probably gonna drive back and it's gonna be like, why did I ever say I wanted to live here? This is a dump. Or like I just don't feel as soon as I drove in and got close, I was like, oh, I felt like good, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I went out with my friend for just a little bit because she had a lot of work to do and she wasn't feeling well, but I hung out at the hotel. I went driving around. I went driving around Grapevine by myself to check out this space where it's going to be because I'm going to have two sites that I'm going to be working at. So this one, that's the second site. I found a condo I loved or a townhouse across the street from there. I mean, I can't afford it right now, but
Did you
uh,
get the job?
well, so there. Okay, so I went for one interview, but then I had for a PRN position, which is as needed in a hospital. And this one was a hospital. And then I had a morning breakfast with the other job site that they're working on my contract. That's kind of already been like a done thing. They already, but I never met them in person. So I met one for breakfast, one of the women for breakfast, and we had so much fun. I could have sat there all day and talked to her. She also
Wow.
invited me. She's like, "Why are you staying at a hotel?" I'm like, "Because I had a thing to come." She's like, "You should have just this before we even met in person. You should have just texted me. You could have just stayed here. Don't get a hotel next time. Just stay here."
That is so friendly.
I know. So my other interview was a little further outside. It was like 30 plus minutes further away from Austin. I mean, Austin's already far, but 30 minutes past Grapevine area. So
Is
it was like
Grapevine closer to Dallas or Austin?
Dallas.
Okay.
It's right, it's like 10 minutes, if that, from the Dallas Fort Worth Airport, DFW Airport. So it's right in the Metroplex. I don't know what they fucking call it. It's not far from It's north of Dallas, I believe. Northwest, northeast. I
Okay.
don't know.
Cool.
Not super north of Dallas, but
And
it's yeah,
Fort Worth is west of Dallas. I could look at a map. You don't need to answer this. I'll just look at a
it's
map.
closer
Don't
that way.
worry.
It's to the left, I think. Yeah, I guess that's west. I don't know north, south, east, west real well. Um, but yes, because I'm more west. Yes, Fort Worth is more west. Um, so it was this. I decided to take the back roads to this.
Oh, I see Grapevine. It's kind of right in between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Yeah. So I had to go to my other interview was in Carrollton,
Wow.
which was, like I said, further out. But I took the back roads. It was like a cute ride. Then I'm like, oh my God, where am I? I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I get to this hospital and
Yeah.
it's it's a hospital. It was like substance abuse, mental health, but like psychosis. A lot of people involuntarily, are going to be involuntarily admitted to the hospital. Um, I forgot that I get triggered in hospitals because when my endometriosis was really bad and they didn't know what it was or even through like I think I had 8 surgeries in 7 years or something. Like it was ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And so like hospitals make me nervous. And I also had really bad experiences with doctors in hospitals accusing me of faking pain, being a drug seeker, just get over it, all the things they would say to me. And then put me in one of those like hospital chairs and like be like, you're fine, you're fine. You know what I mean? So my interview, instead of being in somebody's office, was in an assessment room. So imagine like, those like plasticky, like kind of cushiony hospital chairs that they have.
Hmm.
Okay. It was two chairs on one wall. Across the room was two chairs on the other wall. The door was closed, no windows.
God, that's so depressing.
That's where I had my interview. And I was like, I was trying my best. I was trying my best, but I was like, all those hospital thoughts kept coming back to me. Like how, like, I think I didn't even realize it until I got in my car and I breathed, like, took a like exhale. And I still
Yeah.
felt like hospital. And then I started tearing. I'm like, I wasn't even called my dad he's like, how did it go? I'm like, I don't think I can do this. And I just started like having these little tears come down my face. Like I was like, and then other people are
Yeah.
like, just give it a try. I mean, I didn't get the job. They were like, you'll hear from the recruiter soon. We're interviewing more people. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't get it. It's fine.
Yeah. No, hospitals, they're bummers. They're big old bummers. And like I've gone to so many hospitals only to never see that person again. You know, you go
Yeah.
and visit someone in the hospital and then you visit their grave after that. And I think it creates those associations and you don't really realize it until you get in there and you're like, a lot of people are dying around me. And you start to kind
Yeah.
of get a little, I get a little bit of anxiety too. We had two kids though in hospital and friends' kids have been born in hospital. And when that happens, like birth and death and sex and sickness, and all of it kind of gets jumbled into this big mess of emotions that is confusing, but also enlightening in a way, where like, you think, oh, you're born in a hospital, and a lot of people die in a hospital.
Yeah, it is.
And it kind of it completes a picture of mortality that maybe only older people are supposed to grapple with. But now I have reverence for the hospital
And
in a way that I didn't.
yeah, I wish I had that. I think yeah, I just had, and it, also I've never been to the hospital for one of my friend's kids being born. So maybe if I had, I would have, but I don't, or my sister's kids. I'm not a,
Yeah, no, it was like because the only like hospital experience I had had up until Meg had our first kid was were bad times.
yeah.
And just having a kid is such a big like experience that it may be, I don't know. I think people can have positive outcome from hospital care,
Oh, absolutely. I think they can.
and
And I think,
that was a reminder of that. It's like, okay, well, they do save a lot of lives. They do prevent a lot of
yeah. And I saw
unnecessary
great things
death.
like when my mom was in the hospital, there was like, so I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of sadness in that too, but like a lot of amazing things happening. But I think it was just my personal experience of being like treated so horribly and being told like,
Yeah.
and as for those, not all you're going to get, as Mary Crosby says, Mary Crosby from Real Housewives of Salt
Go
Lake
on.
City, it smells like hospital.
Yeah, they got that. That's funny. We got like a new shampoo or something. And we were like, what's that smell? What's that smell? And then we're like, oh, it's hospital. It's hospital cleaner. Like, that is that smell. We have to get rid of this. We don't
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to smell hospital at our home.
Yeah, and that whole car. So and then after my interview, I get in my car and I'm like, I really wanted this job. Plus, it's like, also, it's a lot of paperwork and I'm not so good. Like, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to look for other PRN positions that might not be quite the same, but, or I might end up doing this one, trying it out if I get it, and we'll see. Also, I think, finally figured out I don't live in Grapevine or that area yet, and we're like, wait till you move here. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
but
moving before you get a job is kind of dumb,
but
but moving
yeah,
after you get a job is like kind of serious.
yeah, but this was just like a PR. I mean, it's not even like a full time. It's just as needed. So,
Yeah.
just for extra money and hours. But I get in my car and I'm like, I feel like hospital. Like I feel like I've got hospital all over me, and I put in my GPS, to start going home. And I guess there was like some road closure. I don't know. But instead of being like 2.53 hours or like, like a little over 3 hours, it was first showing me 4.5 hours.
Oh man.
I was like, mother bruckers. I don't know why I just
Yeah.
edited myself there, but I don't know if it took that long, but thankfully, I had my Watch What Crappens podcast to listen to. If any of you watch Bravo shows and have never checked out Watch What Crappens, you're missing out. They reenact pretty much every episode of every Bravo show with their own commentary, and they do their own voices and they make up characters and songs. It's brilliant and it passes the time.
That
Ronnie,
sounds fun.
it's so funny. Um, but yeah, I got back. I had thought about staying. It didn't work. And then I was like, I just want to get home. Um,
When is your lease up? Are you pretty sure you're going to move out there?
my lease isn't up forever until the summer. No, no, that's a
Oh,
whole
okay.
other thing. Um,
You can afford two places. Go for it. You can afford two places. Don't worry about it.
I have some things in the back burner working on that sort of. No, I was hoping to move by January. I don't know if that's going to happen because I was
You
thinking,
might.
oh, I can move around Christmas, but then because I'm not doing, I don't celebrate Christmas. Then I just realized I just booked a trip out of town for Christmas. So January,
Where are
maybe
you going for Christmas?
Well, I don't celebrate Christmas, for those who don't know. But I'm going back to Miami.
Nice. That
So
sounds
my
fun.
yeah, so my cousin who I visited for graduation, her um my family travels a lot. And so one of her kids is in um med school, but that might be his little break. He might be traveling. Her younger son, her youngest is a I don't know what junior pro or is he pro now wakeboarder. But he rides for Israel, so he travels around the world. Um, and then their other son married somebody and they live in Switzerland right now, I believe, or Sweden. I think Switzerland. Um, so she was gonna be, and her husband's going back to Israel in January. So it's I'm coming down to hang out with her. I'll work from there and we'll go
That's
work.
cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're planning a trip in December and
Where are you gonna go?
well, we have to see my family in Jacksonville, Florida,
Mm,
but we might try to do that a different time because I had already kind of made plans to go to Chicago and visit our Chicago family.
mm.
And Meg is just like, I do not like it's gotten a little bit cold here, and she's like, I do not want to go to Chicago in the winter.
No, you
And like
don't.
we've gone before and it's not that bad. And she's
Can
like,
be.
it was like 6 degrees. And I was like, I don't remember it being that cold,
If
but
you know why? Because your brain blocked it out. Your brain is blocking out that traumatic moment, so you never have to feel it again. It gets
well,
fucked.
it did snow while we were there, and it was the first snow of the year in Chicago. Like it was like so all the people were kind of happy about it. And it wasn't nasty and our kids liked it. So we had it and we have family there. I don't know.
Springtime. That's a spring trip.
That's a spring trip. See, you're with Meg. Okay.
Why do you think
We don't have that luxury of just traveling whenever.
I don't visit my family up north in the winter ever. Except when
Yeah,
my
I
mom was
don't mind it.
now when my mom was sick, of course, like I went up often. But no, I don't go to
Traveling to cold places in the winter just makes it feel that much warmer back at home.
no, thank you. I go where it's more I want to try and find where it's warmer. It's too cold.
Yeah, you're what do they call it? A bird or like some
Thanks, I'm a bird.
you're a
Isn't that
bird,
like
girl.
isn't that like a
Girl's a bird.
what isn't it
Yeah,
isn't
no, it's like you call a group of women birds to,
who where's that from?
I don't know. But they have like a phrase for people who
Snowbirds.
snowbirds, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
A woman or girlfriend, but who uses it? Like I feel like it's like
I
another
feel like it's in a rap or something.
country. But I feel like another country uses it more like English people. She's a bird. British slang.
Oh,
They
it's British slang.
British slang bird. Because I feel like I hear it a lot on like when I watch, um Love Island and shows like that where there's like, oh, she's a bird. Um,
Oh, I bet Russell Brand said it a lot. R.I.P. Russell Brand. No, not R.I.P. He's just canceled, right? Like,
I'm like, did he die?
no, he's just a sex
Cancel.
offender.
That's right. I was getting Russell Brand confused with I can't think of the other Russell. So not Russell Crowe, but another one. Um, but that has nothing to do. So yeah, my lease isn't up for a while, but I'm gonna figure things out. Or travel back and forth as I need to.
That's
Uh,
cool.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I should have a all goes well. My second site should be all set by next week. Tonight I'm giving a presentation for my first site for the women's group on social media, body image, and sex.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it really could be like a whole like its own group, like its own 6 weeks, 4 to 6 week series. But I'm shoving it all in one night, in 1 hour. So we'll see. I have a whole list of things I want to do. Hopefully, here's the problem. I write out notes and then I do side notes because something else makes me like, I'm like, oh, but that sounds interesting. But also, I can't always read my handwriting.
Sounds like you need to start typing.
I can't type either. That's why I want to do audible, like voice text, because I also can't, I have no typing skills.
There is I was using some OpenAI thing to transcribe podcasts, like old podcast
Oh, yeah, yeah,
episodes.
yeah, yeah.
So you might be able to dictate. There might be some sort of dictation app.
Yeah, there is. I just need to use it. What else you got going on coming up? Anything you want to share with the group?
Mm, no, I feel like I keep making these promises that don't come through. So
Okay.
I'm I'm doing nothing except for this podcast.
I like that. I like doing nothing. Um, so again, for you people, for my listeners and our listeners, not mine, so our listeners in Texas, um, I am now accepting new clients at Vibrant. No, I'm not going to say where. Sorry. Scratch that. Go to Instagram and check us out. And yeah, I got nothing else. I got nothing to say except peace out and enjoy yourself. Go pleasure. Yes, go enjoy some oral tradition today.
Oh, yeah.
Until next time. I just said until next time, like I was some radio host. I didn't stop it. Okay. They just got all that too. Um,
I feel like I don't know if the sound comes through on the YouTube. So that
oh.
on YouTube we're just like
I need to export an MP3. You say episode 225?
hmm.
What are we calling it? Oh, wait, no, it's 226 actually. I was wrong last time too. 226.
I'm not gonna remember that next time.
Here, I'm gonna write it down. Episode, and then is this piece of paper we're gonna be sitting here? No. Okay. Or some
And we're
people
gonna be
will.
like, wait, was that the number of the last episode,
I
or is that the
know.
number we're supposed to do next time?
Episode is the next episode.
Do this one next.
Is the next episode after 10:23. Oh, I have a haircut. Oh shit, I can't do. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. I have to look at another day next week or the week after because I'm getting my haircut. What are we gonna call this?
Oral tradition?
Or it's a I was gonna start singing why do you drink? And it's an oral tradition. You know what I'm talking about?
No, no, not at all.
Why do we drink to get drunk? And why do we roll smokes to get it's a family tradition. It's such a great song.
It's a family tradition?
It's a family tradition, yeah.
That's from Fiddler on the Roof.
Whoa, it's a country song.
No, I don't listen to that much country. The song from Fiddler on the Roof is just tradition.
Tradition, tradition,
Right.
Yes, okay. While I have you, what did we say? This is episode 226. Um, next, next, hold on, let me look real quick while this is saving. Next, how many times can I say next? Um, next Thursday is the day before Halloween.
Hmm.
Um, I have an appointment at 11 a.m. your time. So I'd either
Okay.
early or I could do Wednesday.
Wednesday might work.
Okay, Wednesday I'm good before 1.
Okay, let's text on Wednesday.
Okay, I'm gonna put a
Um,
reminder to text. And
yeah, I
and
almost forgot to text you this morning, and like if we don't text, it doesn't happen. That's for
I
sure.
know, and I forgot to because I almost got up and went to work this morning because I thought it was Friday.
Man, I love Friday.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, next Wednesday, hope you have a good rest of the week.
Thank you. You too.
All right, see ya.
Bye.